Hello, this video is about CAB and NRC. I'm going to speak about NRC into the other part of this video because NRC is not yet in place. CAB, which is Citizenship Amendment Bill, has passed through a thorough democratic process and now this is an act. This bill was basically brought in place to address the humanitarian crisis caused by us, caused by Indians. And that's why this bill gives the citizenship to the people belongs to our neighboring countries such as Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. And this bill excludes Sri Lanka, China, Myanmar and other countries because India is not responsible for the humanitarian crisis in those countries. This bill have no religious ground, and that is why, because it doesn't have any religious grounds, this bill excludes Sri Lanka, China and Myanmar because the most of the refugees from these countries are Hindus and the refugees from Tibet are Buddhist, and from the Myanmar they make Hindus and Muslims because Rohingyas are not only Muslims. Exactly. Rohingya is made up of Hindus and Muslims. Of course, majority are Muslims. Other reason that these Rohingyas have not come through Bangladesh. And these persuaded Rohingyas are persuading Hindu Rohingyas. So Hindu Rohingyas are actually getting persuaded by their own persuaded people. So these Rohingyas getting persuaded. So understand the level of humanitarian crisis there, but India is not giving them citizenship even though they are Hindu. Because this bill is not based on religion, this is based on a humanitarian crisis caused by Indians, and that's why those countries are being excluded. So understand that this bill has nothing to do with the religion. This bill is entirely based on the humanitarian cause. Now, many of us are protesting because they are thinking that their citizenship is at stake. First thing, this bill is to give the citizenship to the people who are coming from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. This bill has nothing to do anything with the Indian citizens. So basically Indians have no reason to protest against this bill. I'm for this bill. I'm supporting for this bill because I exactly know what this bill is for and for whom this bill is for. What I have noticed is there are many people who are protesting and almost all of them do not even know why they are protesting for. There are videos, where people don't know why they are here and why they are here to protest and what is the bill about. They do not have any idea. Now forget about the people. The most worrisome is the celebrities, the celebrities, the politicians, the people who are in power are spreading the rumors. They are spreading the wrong information about this bill because this bill, first thing, this bill has to do nothing with any of the Indian citizens. The second thing is this bill is not based on religion. And the third thing, this is not discriminatory. This is because this bill gives citizenship to minorities of these countries. This bill doesn't mention any particular religion. Okay, it does excludes Muslims because this bill is for the minorities, and these countries where Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan are majority and Muslims, so they are not eligible for this bill because they are not getting persuaded. Now second thing, I have what most worrisome, what worried me the most is the celebrities. The celebrities, the big time. Recently I have seen a big time Bollywood celebrity speaking like, मुझे अगर आप ठीक से पढ़ोगे तो मुझे ऐसे, अगर आप इसे ठीक से पढ़ोगे तो ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ हो सकता है, कुछ हो सकता है। तो इस assumption के लिए, he is assuming that something can happen, something may happen. So with a simple blind assumptions, he has encouraged many to come for the protest, and he himself has come for the protest without even knowing that what is going to happen. Dude, with assumptions, you cannot come for the protest. With assumptions, you cannot bring city to stand still. That is something I'm really surprised. One of the politician, these politicians are big time politicians, okay? These are MLAs, MPs, chief minister, and they were talking about the numbers, this 500 crore or 5 crores of the people make the minorities in those countries, or you're going to bring them here and we're going to keep, where you are going to keep them, our people don't have the homes, how you're going to give them the jobs, our own people are jobless, how we are going to feed them and how we are going to take care of them, and blah 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 blah. First thing, that we are not going to bring these people to India, okay? These people are already in India, and this bill have a timeline that people who have entered India before 31st December 2014 will be only given the citizenship. The refugees, not the infiltrators. We people have to understand what are the refugees and what are the infiltrators. So this bill is for the minorities. So those minorities can be Parsi, can be Buddhist, can be Christian, can be Jain, can be Sikhs, can be Hindu. They can belong to any religion, because this bill is not based on religion. This bill is basically based on the humanitarian cause, and these people are getting persuaded there. And this is not the today that people are speaking about justice to these people. Our honorable former President of India, Honorable Rajendra Prasad, they said that we have to bring these persuaded minorities from there. Our former Prime Minister Nehru said about it. Gandhiji spoke about it. And very recently in 2003, our former Prime Minister, Honorable Manmohan Singh, brought this issue, and he has asked for the citizenship for these minorities. So this is not the first time that people are speaking for the justice of these people. These people need justice, and who are responsible for this humanitarian crisis? Us. We are responsible for it, because India was divided for religion. When in 1947, when India was divided, the reason for the divide of India, the very reason was Muslim League wanted to have a separate Pakistan for Muslims. And almost all Muslims of India, as per the number, I'm really not sure what is the exact number, but more than 75% of the Muslim population in India chose for the separate country for Muslims. And after that, Pakistan was created. This is not a secret. This is that everyone know about it. After opting for a separate country for Muslims, everyone did not migrate to Pakistan. Many chose to stay back in India. So practically, they chose for a separate nation. They chose for a separate nations for Muslims, but they did not go to Pakistan. Instead, they chose to stay back in India. So Muslims who wanted a separate nation for them, which was created, which was named as Pakistan, but they still chose back in India. Well, that is not the issue. The issue is there are many people who stayed back in Pakistan. There are many Hindus, many Sikhs, Jains, Parsis, and many more. They stayed back in Pakistan. Now people stayed back. Now Muslims stayed back in India, and Hindus stayed back in Pakistan. The very reason was the leaders of that time promised these people that their religious beliefs, their safety, their properties will be protected under rules for minorities, which was very well done in India. But in Pakistan, the thing did not happen. And to prove that, I can run the video of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who is known as the father of Pakistan, has promised his very first speech that he gave that he want to protect the minorities of Pakistan, and they are free to go to their girjagar, to their churches, to their temples, to their fire temples, whatever, and this is the video, and I'm going to run this video right now. This is the video that Muhammad Ali Jinnah said that I make sure that minorities of this country will be protected.
आप आजाद हैं, आजाद रहें। आप लोग इस मुल्क पाकिस्तान में अपनी अपनी इबादतगाहों, मस्जिदों या मंदिरों में जाने के लिए। आपका मजहब क्या है, जात क्या है, कौम क्या है, इसका हुकूमत के मामलात से कोई ताल्लुक नहीं।
Unfortunately, that did not happen. Soon, the persuasion of minorities started in Pakistan, and those minorities are not only Hindus. Those minorities belong to Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, Parsis, and everybody. So this persuasion started to the extent of extinction of people from the population. There is around 10 to 12% of the population is now disappeared from Pakistan. There are around 1 to 2% left in Pakistan. So where is this 10 to 12% of population have gone? Because they are continuously being persuaded, and to save themselves from that persuasion, they keep fleeing. Either they get killed, or they're forced to get converted, or they are supposed to flee. So the people who flee, they have come to India for a refuge, and India being their natural home, because India was their home before independence. So India being their natural home, they're supposed to come back to India. And this is not the today that we are talking about it. As I said, are all leaders, be it Honorable Prime Minister Nehru or former President Honorable Rajendra Prasad, Gandhi ji, and recently Manmohan, President, the Honorable Prime Minister Manmohan Singh have said that we have to get them in India. They are getting persuaded on regular basis. So this is not the thing that happened all of a sudden, and only the present government is addressing this issue, because this issue is humanitarian crisis created by us, by Indians, and this is our moral responsibility to get them, keep them the citizenship. And this is not only a moral responsibility now, this is an act. So I really wonder the people who are protesting, what they are protesting for, whom they are protesting for. Do you really don't want the people who are getting persuaded, the women who are getting raped, the women? So whenever we speak about them, I have seen the protesters, who are against this bill, they start speaking about what is happening in India now. So just because rapes are happening in India, we should leave them dying there? The recent case, there are so many cases, but the very recent case of Ravina and Reena, who were just 13 and 15 years old, abducted from their homes, forcibly converted, and they got married to a very older man. And their father kept crying, asking for the justice. The justice was denied completely, and it was, you can see the video that he was crying, and these girls have no say. And this is not that happening it today. There are cases where real life, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, who has rescued 3 years old girl child. She was being raped just because she was Hindu. And if you see that case, And after looking at that case, you still think that they should not be given the citizenship, is totally unhuman. I have seen many celebrities and many politicians speaking about the numbers, the 500 crore people, where we are going to keep them. We are not going to get any people from outside, they are already here. They're staying here. There are people who are staying like from 50 years, 60 years. Their 3 generations are living here without identity, without education, without any basic requirements, the fundamental rights provided to them. They're still living here because they do not want to go back to Pakistan. They're already staying here. If they are being given a citizenship, they will get education, they will get jobs. In turn, they are going to pay the taxes. And they are going to start contributing to the economy, which they are not able to do it now because they are not the citizens of India. They are already here. They are already here in India. We are not going to get anybody from outside. So thinking that, this is the only, this is so much of burden on us, from where we are going to get the jobs, is a plain lie. Please do not believe on these rumors. No one is going to get people from outside. The people who have entered before 24th of December 2014 are going to get the citizenship under the CAA. And guys, this is not the only bill that gives the citizenship to the people. This is not the only bill. This bill is only for the persuaded minorities. In India, you can get the citizenship by many other ways. There are many Muslims from Pakistan who has taken the citizenship. The best example is our favorite Adnan Sani. How many of you know that Adnan Sani was a Pakistani, now he is an Indian and he is a Muslim. So if Adnan Sani can get the citizenship, why others cannot get it? The only difference is the others has to go through a different process to get the citizenship of India, whereas through CAB they automatically become the citizen of India, which is very humane, which is very apt, which is a justice to the people who are fleeing from their country due to the constant persuasion. And the questions like they ask, how you will come to know whether they are getting persuaded. There are videos, there are news. The news that says that the people are being dragged out of their home and killed in front of their homes, or they have just killed just while they are just passing through the mosque and been called as a kafir and killed because they were non-Muslims. I'm not going to take any religion because this is not for the religion. This bill is based on humanitarian basis. This bill has nothing to do with the Indian citizenship, and this bill is totally based on human values and not on religious values. So friends, make sure that you support CAA. Stop spreading the rumors. Stop giving the wrong information, because this is our country. We all have to stay together and we have to make sure that we are going to keep the peace in this country. Do not try to protect the rioters. Rioting, burning the public property, destroying the public property is a crime, and they will be treated as a rioters by the police, and police will take appropriate action. Please do not expect that the rioters can stone pelt the police, and police should keep quiet. Police has to first protect themselves because they are humans just like you and me. They have all rights to take the action, protect themselves, and then take care of the law and order. So they are bound to do that. They're doing their duty. But unfortunately, they have reached to that situation because we are protesting, we are rioting without even knowing that we have nothing to do with this bill. Our citizenship has not been questioned. our religious rights are not being questioned. We have nothing to do with this bill, and we have no reason to protest for the bill. The only thing we have is we can support this bill. We can open our hands, our hearts to our brothers and sisters from all the communities who are being constantly persuaded on the basis of religion. This is our duty to welcome them wholeheartedly, open-heartedly in our country as a citizens like us, so that they can stay with us, they can get educated like us, and they can start contributing in our economy, our social values, our human values, just the Indian that we are. And I think we all support the human values. So friends, this is the reason why I support CAA, and I feel you should also support CAA if you really love India and you really respect humanitarian values, and you don't get carried away by the wrong agendas or the selfish agendas of the politicians, or the ignorance of so-called celebrities, or ignorance of the big time Bollywood celebrities. Their ignorance should not shake your conscience. Their ignorance should not make you support the wrong things. Do not support or fall for the wrong information. CAA is for the people who are getting, minorities who are getting persuaded, not for us. For us, what we can do is just welcome our brothers and sisters and keep the best example in front of the world that what India we have. We are Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. But we are not Dharamshala. We cannot accommodate each and every people coming and fleeing from all around the world. We are not Dharamshala. We are a nation. We are bound to the boundaries, and we are bound to address the humanitarian crisis that we have caused. We have caused the humanitarian crisis, and that's the reason the minorities in these countries are fleeing out of religious persuasion. So this is our duty. This is our duty to welcome them. So please, I hope you understand that what I'm trying to say, and support CAA. I support CAA. I support India. Jai Hind.